Welcome back to IR Radio So Bad It's Good. Today, we have a returning guest. If I check my calendar, we talked a year ago today, right before Thanksgiving, and he is back today. And let me tell you about this guy. Not only is he on one of our favorite shows, not only is he one of our favorite house husbands, I watched this guy at BravoCon, and it was like the Beatles walking in. I mean, he was walking in the hotel lobby. People were just coming up to him right and left. I have two people that work on the show, and they are both in love with our next guest. Like they literally, they are in love. Maritza was like, "Oh my God, he took a picture with me," and she never asked anybody to take a picture with her. Anyways, you know him from Real Housewives of New Jersey, and he's done so many amazing things with his life. But we're going to talk about the drama on Jersey and things like that. His love life. I'm sorry, I think he is taken. But once again, a year later, Frank Catania, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me back. And I'm going to tell you something. I had a great time at BravoCon. I really did. There was so many fans there, and you have no idea how much I just love to interact with the fans. I love it.
You're the best. You're the nicest person. You were walking in that lobby in your like basketball shorts, and people were just coming up to you right and left. And I got to tell you, but it kind of is like your whole Jersey crew for the most part. Like they're all really nice. Like, I got to meet I got Dolores, of course, who you know very well. She was very nice. Jennifer and her husband. I mean, like it was really, really a great crew of people that you have around you. I can see why you guys are so close.
We do. Honestly, overall, listen, they may fight with each other, but when it comes to the fans, guys, we appreciate the fans. Without the fans, we're nothing. And then we realize that. And BravoCon was just awesome. When you get off the bus to either at the venue or back at the hotel, and everybody's standing behind the barricades. My girlfriend was with me. Dude, I stop and say hello to everybody. Take a picture with anybody, whoever who wants to do it. I don't care how much time it takes. All right. I just love that.
You guys were a mob. I'm telling you, I watched this with my own eyes. You were one of the people were most excited to see. And I think that is so fascinating. Like they just love you. But because sometimes Joey Gorga, he gets love, but sometimes he'll get people pushing back on him. You get all love. Does that surprise you? Like you're like,
I think I'm a nice guy, and I try to lead my life. I respect everyone, and I try to treat everyone the way I want to be treated. And I got to be honest with you, I love life. I wake up every morning, man. It's not a cliche to me.
But have you always been this way, or did that just like?
No, I haven't, man. I just got to be honest with you. 2007, my mom passed away. After my mom passed away, I realized what's important and what's not important, and I changed. Anybody who knows me knows that after 2007, I just changed, and I become such a nicer person. I love my life. I love the people around me.
That's really good to hear. I love when people actually do change and actually commit to that. And I think, good things are happening, obviously, because of that. Would you consider this show an overall positive thing, even for all of the drama?
I don't know overall positive. It's definitely positive when it comes to entertaining. All right. But there's a lot of things on the show I wish, it wouldn't be the way they are. But, that again brings ratings. There's some feuds going on that I wish.
What are you talking about? I do not know what you're talking about right now. There's feuds going on? And never with your show.
Yeah, well, always something going on. But that's different people have different thoughts. And unfortunately, sometimes they clash. So are we positive? We're positive for the viewers. All right.
Okay. So the show premieres, I think, in February again for the new season. Will we get to see you and your girlfriend interact this season on the show?
I got to be honest with you. This year, as everyone knows, all right, Dolores has a new boyfriend. Right? His name is Paulie. Nice guy.
He's like Irish, right? Or Scottish?
As Irish as they come. Okay. And Paulie and I didn't exactly see eye to eye when I first because Paulie's a masculine man. Paulie's an alpha male, and the ex-husband. Why is the ex-husband around all the time? But Dolores and I have a very, I think, unique situation. And the more you're around it, the more you realize there's nothing to worry about. So, quite honestly, I thought I was going to be weaned off the show. It's a housewife show, and I'm an ex-husband. Yeah. I'm an ex-husband to begin with, and now the housewife has a boyfriend, and I'm even two steps removed. But I got to be honest with you. No, man, production called me. I did tons of filming this year. My girlfriend did, in fact, make some appearances.
Wait, are you potentially teasing do we see any on-screen tension between you and Paulie potentially?
You're gonna have to wait and see.
Oh, come on. I mean, this is what but I mean, it is weird though, because most of us don't have our exes still in our lives, but yet we see on your show how you and Dolores were able to make it work in this really unique, positive way. And your son, Frank Catania Jr., who's awesome, he said you guys are very similar in some ways, you and Paulie, but you butt heads because you are very similar. Is it interesting to hear your son have a take on your relationships?
I love it, because my son is the most non-controversial person you will ever meet. All right. He does not like station. So he tries to bring out the best in every situation. He's a good kid. And so when things are a little difficult between me and Paulie, Frankie tries to bring out the positive aspects of it,
I mean, that's great. I mean, that's how you raise it. That's a good son to raise. Most of your drama seemed to have happened before the show even took place. And now you are kind of in this really it's an interesting thing where I feel like I said before, you're universally loved. You're always like, hey, I'm here to have a good time. You love palling around with the guys. So you get a firsthand seat to watch all of this drama, yet we don't see you participate in all of the drama, which is amazing. But this season, how did you the elephant in the room obviously was the Joey and Melissa and the Teresa and Louis, and you went to Teresa and Louis' nuptials, right?
Yes, I did. I'm glad I did. It was an absolutely beautiful wedding. All right. She looked beautiful. I know her hair. People had so much to say about her hair. 1,500
pins in her hair.
A lot of hair there, but she looked beautiful. And guys, it was a gorgeous wedding. I had a great time there. I wish things were a little bit different. All right. And I wish Joe Gorgon and her weren't having at odds with one another, because that was the only thing that might have been missing. And so other than that, it was a beautiful wedding. And the fact that Joey missed out on it, I feel bad for him as well. And I feel bad for Teresa that her brother wasn't there. But the shit happens, man.
I hear this season of New Jersey is explosive, and we will find out more about why they don't go to the wedding. But was there ever a time, because you are actually real life friends with Joey Gorga, where he's expressed potential regret, or you should have said you should have been there, knucklehead? It's still going on now.
We spoke about it, and Joe felt strongly about his situation. And quite honestly, listen, I just like I back Teresa. If that's Joe's decision, I'm not one to get in the middle of it, especially between a brother and a sister. So I try to keep my opinions to myself when it comes to family, because once they become friends again and everything's good, I'm the jerk off on the outside because I opened up my mouth.
Speaking of family, we're coming up on Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow. What is your Thanksgiving plans with your family? Who do you go to? Or you have 3 families you're going to? What's the plan? And what are you eating? Because you're still, by the way, he's still all ripped up and stuff like that. So are you just protein heavy? What are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm everything heavy. All right. Listen, your fans will be happy to hear this, because this goes to show you how unique my life is beyond just me and Dolores and our relationship. Tomorrow, which is nice, Dolores is away with Paulie. They're going to, I think in Ireland, they're going to Italy, they're going to Germany to see his son play soccer. So she's not going to be here. So during the day tomorrow, me and my girlfriend and my kids will go to some family. And then tomorrow night, all right, we go out to dinner with my girlfriend. All right?
Oh my God, another dinner.
Again with my children, all right, my girlfriend, her mother, but also Dolores' ex-boyfriend, David. All right.
Yes, David. I forgot about David. You used to live with David. He used to take you to the bathroom when you were healing.
I live with David, right? I still live there.
You still live with David?
I still live with David. So,
oh my God. So David's a part of this too still.
They don't know if David wants to be a part of it, but indirectly, yeah, he is still a part of it.
Wait. Can I pitch you a reality show? It's just you and David, and just you and David living together like the Odd Couple.
Guys, let me tell you something. You think the ratings for New Jersey is good. You should see the ratings of the shit that goes on there. Because my girlfriend, she stays over a few nights. She's there. And you know, and David, man, you have no idea how much I truly, truly appreciate you giving me the opportunity to stay here. But you know, it's time I got to go out and I got to build a house. You know, so
Yeah.
David gets upset. You know, because we really have a David's never home. All right.
Yeah, he's
like,
actually being a doctor. Yeah.
He's like, why you got to leave? I said, bro, because you know my girlfriend and my girlfriend's there, and she's like, David, you know, we need our own life. Well, you guys can live here together. I said, man, he's such a good guy. He's always a giving person, you know, and he's really, really one of my best friends, you know.
It's funny though, because your son and your daughter even said last season what a good guy he was. Like, it's very interesting how, I mean, your show above all the other Housewives shows, like I always said, really does hit home the point of family. You know, is that no matter, you guys have always been family oriented more than any of the other Housewives shows, and that's why I think it's interesting for the audience. We feel pain when we watch like Joey and Melissa, you know, when we watch Joey, Melissa, and Teresa and all that, because it's like painful.
100%. And I gotta be honest with you, things obviously didn't work out between Dolores and David, but Dolores made it quite clear to myself and my children. Okay. Whatever happens between her and David has nothing to do with our relationships with him. Okay. My kids were always close with David. He's been nothing but awesome to them. They still see him on a regular. And obviously my relationship has gotten even better since Dolores moved out and I ended up moving in. You know, I said, Dolores, there's no chance of you coming back. So seriously, you had to walk so I can run. Okay.
And hey, and you got, what was it, knee surgery, or what was the surgery you had on you?
Started all way back when, you know?
Yes. So you can actually run again. Yeah. So
I about running, Ryan. Maybe honestly, I can walk quick. All right.
So okay, so this season's coming up. BravoCon just happened. They had to split your panels into two, and I watched both panels, and it was really bummer. It was a bummer that you guys all couldn't be together, and I understood why. But then at the hotel, you guys, we were all staying at the Gansvort, which was this really cool hotel, but it was like another BravoCon at the hotel. Were you there when the Jennifer Aiden throw happened?
Yes. In fact, I'm the one
that watched that all go down.
No, I'm the one who got in between. And in fact, tried to talk to Jennifer, and I push her into the elevator. All right, because I walked in and I heard screaming and yelling both ways, you know. And next thing you know, and I know Jennifer, listen, and she was by herself, so you know I felt a little bad because Bill wasn't there.
Where was Bill?
And Bill was upstairs sleeping. He was done. So, and I know Jennifer, she'll escalate, you know? So
yes, you
know, I walk in and security's like keeping me back from Jennifer. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? No, stay away. I stay away. I said, listen, this is a normal occurrence for me every day with me. I know this crew. Let me talk to her. So I did, and honestly, good, which is good. So you know, able to.
You're
separate.
Like the person that comes in when like there's like a jumper off a building to talk them down. You're like, I know how to speak to both of them.
No, but on that one, yes. All right, on both of them, yes. That's correct. So, and I hate to see that. I got to be honest with you, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone whatsoever, but I just hate to see, you know, when it rises to that level. It rises to that level, and you know. But I know things were going on all weekend between everybody, and it's just, you know, we don't want to see it. You know, it's great. It's great for social media and everything else, but that's obviously not the reason anybody does it. You know.
Yeah, like I mean, these are real. These are real emotions. You're not just doing. People aren't just doing this just to do it to get attention, basically, right?
Ask all the time. All right, is it really that like that? Do they feel that? New Jersey's a passionate crew, and what you see is not fake. I mean, I wish it was fake sometimes. What you see is it's absolute emotion overload.
Is there one person on the show that you didn't think you would get along with that you actually turned out you're like, I really like this person?
Well, I knew
over the years.
I knew Teresa, I knew Joe, I knew Melissa. Nobody who I never go into a situation not liking somebody. So I never thought I would not like someone. But I've gotten really, really close with Margaret's husband, Joe Beningo, where he's one of my closest friends. And I never expected that to come out of the show.
Yeah, no, he's good. And Margaret's so nice. I mean, you guys are really one of the nicer Housewives groups of people. That's why I keep telling the audience, you guys are like real people, actually. I know that sounds crazy because it says Real Housewives, but a lot of people put this on, you know?
Ryan, what's good about it is what you see on TV when cameras are not rolling, it's exactly the same. This past Saturday night, myself and my girlfriend went out to dinner with Margaret and Joe. Right? It's exactly what you so whether the camera, and I think that's why the guys come across so good, because when the cameras are not rolling, it's no different than what it is when it's rolling.
Yeah. Do you
I
get
don't
a
know.
kick? I mean, do you guys get a little kick that when you go into a place, even outside of BravoCon, that there will always be people excited to see you now? Like, you know, it's like I don't have that. Like, is it exciting sometimes?
I love it because I'm a realist. I know this can all be gone tomorrow. Okay. I love it. And that's why I always take time to stop, take pictures. I never, ever say no to anyone. I went to the Bahamas. My God, we couldn't walk 100 feet. It was out of every place I've ever gone. I leave the Bahamas. How crazy. It was overload, but I still, you got to make time for him. You got to make really. How much of an effort does it take to say hello, take a picture, talk for 2 seconds, and move on?
Oh, and it makes their day. I mean, that's why BravoCon was so cool, because you saw so many people that were like ecstatic just to meet you guys, to be around fellow people that love these shows. I mean, that's why it was really cool. We have a little bit of time left. Could you bring us back to when you and when did you and Joey Gorga meet? Like, what is the actual meeting of, when Teresa, Joe, do you remember the first meeting?
Yeah, well, Teresa was friends with Dolores, and Dolores and I at that time, I believe, were dating, and we had bought a shore house. Okay, and Teresa used to be very close with Dolores's cousin, and Dolores's cousin came over. Teresa was with her, and that's when I first met Teresa. So we're talking, my God, 1992. Dolores goes back even before that with Teresa, and then Joe Gorga. Probably not too far after that. Joe was a young whippersnapper.
You knew Joe when he had hair.
Do you want to know something? Whether it was on his head or dripping down the side of his head, I knew Joe back then. Yes. I represented. I gave Joe. Joe wanted to get into foreclosures, and we had a great.
Because you were a lawyer, yeah.
Yes. All right. And we had a huge, foreclosure portfolio, and I would turn Joe, because I liked him, onto a property here, property there. Next thing you know, I became his attorney. And then when Dolores went on the show, Joe always treated her very well. Joe knew her from quite some time ago. And then when I came on the show, we just took it to the next step,
Bill is a really interesting house husband to me. I actually was more excited to meet Bill than I was Jennifer, because Bill seems like he's like another guy that you don't expect to see on television, but he's so great on television. And he's one of those guys, you have a couple drinks with him, he seems like he just is a blast to hang out with. Is that who he really is in real life?
That's so who he is. Bill is an absolutely giving person. All right. Has a huge heart. And I got to tell you something. He's a good guy. Bill is even better at it than I am. Staying neutral. All right. He's, anytime Bill gives advice, he's never saying somebody is wrong. He's never saying someone's right. He's just giving advice. It's like Zen with Bill. We had one time this year, I think I had a little too much marijuana. And, I looked at Bill. I said, Bill, shut the fuck up. All right, let's get off the fence, because I was stoned. But other than that, I would never. And listen, he's got his hands full with Jennifer. Jennifer is an energetic, robust personality.
Yeah. Wait, by the way, Frank's choosing his words very carefully. You don't want to get a drink thrown in your face. You can't. You don't want to get that.
You can tell he's been around for a while now. All right.
Yeah, I know. Wow, you're media trained. You're you know what not to say.
I've learned my lesson. But I gotta be honest with you, I get along with everybody on the show. There's nobody on the show I don't get along with. Nobody on the show who I think I have an issue with. Maybe somebody will have an issue with me, but otherwise, no, I get along with everybody.
Who has an issue with you? Oh, just Paulie, you mean, or just?
I gotta be honest. I don't think anyone. I don't think
anybody ever. You don't ever get brought. It's always Joey Gorga that ends up getting the brunt of the female, discourse. We see the guys always, you guys will go on tour with each other, which I love, but also now Joey Gorga has split off and he's doing solo stand-up now. Have you seen his solo I think you've definitely seen his solo stand-up. Do you have a favorite Joey Gorga joke?
It's not only do I know Joey Gorga's stand-up, okay? Joey was appearing at Caroline's in a city the night before.
right before BravoCon, right?
Yeah. And I woke up one morning, I looked at my Instagram, Joe Gorga, I think it was October 14th, Bravo, Caroline's in the city for Bravo, night before BravoCon. All right. I'm looking at, and then guest star Frank Catania. I said, what the fuck? So I call him up. Yo, yeah, no, bro, you do get up on stage, 2-3 minutes, it'll be great. I said, Joe, but shouldn't you ask me? No, I knew you'd like it. I said, so then what happens, bro? He adds me. Next thing you know, the show sells out, right? Yeah. Again, I look on Instagram, and he added a second show that night. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I said, Joe, quite honestly, I not only did I see Joe, I've seen Joe a few times now. I was on stage for about 5 minutes at the beginning, and I enjoyed it. The crowd was absolutely fantastic. Obviously,
they're obviously there to see you guys. I just thought it was I wanted to go see Joey Gorga do stand up. You guys never come to Los Angeles, it seems like. But then I was like, I need to see what your material is like, and then I was like, wow, Joey Gorga is like the Dave Chappelle of New Jersey all of a sudden, Yeah.
Joe Gorga, the good thing about Joey's stand-up act is it is his life. It's his life. And quite honestly, it is, maybe a little bit of elaboration here and there, but it's basically a day in the life of Joe Gorga. All right. It's that fucked up and that funny. All right.
Have you noticed any change? Like you said yourself in the last couple of years, ever since your mom passed, you kind of had a change in your life and you appreciate life more. Have you seen those changes for people like Joe and all that? Have you seen, because the cool thing about getting older, and I guess sometimes the bad thing is you get to watch your friends and family change in different ways. Have you noticed all of like these people in Jersey changing for the best?
I got to be honest with you, no, it's not, some of the people, yes, but a lot of people have become a lot more intolerant, all right, as to things that they tolerated in the past. And this goes for a lot of cast members. So now, we have beefs, beefs that used to get over with quickly who have now extended for quite some time. And I just wish they would just know, listen, we're on this earth for a short time. Enjoy it, man. Let the little shit go. But it doesn't appear that's going to happen this year.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't from everything that we're hearing and reading and seeing. You also seem like that you are like this kind of, I always talk to you or I listen to you talk and I get a real good vibe from you. What is the best advice you've ever gotten and that you give to people?
Listen, life is short. All right. We don't know when our time is going to be called. Enjoy it. Enjoy every single day. Live life to the fullest. All right. That's it. It's just, guys, and I say it, and it's a shame. I got a tattoo on my back. All right. Every day is a gift, not a given right. And it's not a cliche. I truly feel that way.
I love that. We're starting to wind down here, but I do have to ask you, because of the female audience is rabid for you. Does that ever, do you ever have, does your girlfriend get jealous? How long have you guys been together now? Is it hard for her to be with such a stud as Frank Catania Sr.? Is it hard for her to deal with the attention that you get, knowing that at any second she could lose you because so many women want you?
She'll never lose me. All right. The one good thing about her is she is secure. She is very, very secure, and she handles the situation incredible. I don't know anybody other woman that would be able to do what she does. Sometimes women cross the line and she'll put her foot down. They'll be, we'll be out fans sometime and they'll grab my face and kiss me on the lips, or you touch me or stuff like that. But no, I got my girlfriend is wise beyond her years. And I don't know of any other girl that would be more ease into these situations, be able to handle these situations better than she does. So I'm lucky.
But have you ever gotten shit on anything that you've said on the show before from her? Like, I wish you hadn't have said that. Have you ever gotten it? Come on. I feel like you had to have said something that you've gotten in trouble for.
Well, I get in trouble for a lot of things, all right? But at least on the show. All right. No, I got to be honest with you. No, I believe it or not, no, I don't think so. But unfortunately, there is some shows. When I get the preview the week before, I'll call my girlfriend. I said, "Do me a favor." I said, "This week, don't watch the mother." All right. I don't think your mother wants to see me with a set of balls hanging around my neck, or me kissing Joe Gorga's ass. So yeah.
And by the way, I always do appreciate your love of the sweeter drinks. You go into a bar all the time and you're always ordering, and I don't understand that because you're a bodybuilder and you have been. Why do you go for the sugary drinks when that's like the worst hangover? It's not good for your body. Like, I'm shocked every time you order drinks on the show.
Listen, it has taken off. Me with apple martinis has taken off
Yes!
so much. It's amazing, bro. I get these DMs all the time. People out with drinking, I order an apple martinis to, cheers to Frank Catania. You want to know, I like to taste the liquor. To be, I'm really not a drinker, okay? And I can order a martini, right, bro? Because look at these hands. They're mitts, all right? They're like, and
yeah, they're big, yeah.
250 pounds. I don't care. Nothing is going to make me look feminine. All right. I can wear a dress and I still won't look feminine. All right.
Wait, are you saying, please say that you wear a dress this season on Real Housewives of New Jersey?
No, I didn't. I did wear at our comedy show at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City with Joe and Joe. Evening gown. Bro, I look fucking good too.
Okay. And then, so I do have to ask you, obviously we started this interview with, you said you did go to Teresa and Louis' wedding. I got to meet Louis at BravoCon and he was very nice. He was, I mean, like, you only talk to somebody 5 minutes, you don't know him, but like, do you like Louis? That was a lot of the last season of New Jersey was, can we trust Louis? And the fans are very protective, especially of Teresa, because we've seen her go through so much. Having spent real time with this gentleman, do the fans have anything to be worried about? Do you think he's there for the right reasons? I know that's a tough question.
I have seen obviously the stuff on social media.
Yeah.
All right. And people say, oh, where there's smoke, there's fire. And me and Louis don't exactly hang out quite often, but I got to tell you something. Every time I'm in the presence of Louis, all right, he has shown no sign as to anything being true on what I read. Okay. Nothing. All right. And then again, I it's not for me to say, but he has given me no impressions, no indications whatsoever. As to that, he's been nothing but a gentleman. He's been nothing but a good guy to me and my family. All right. My son as well.
Yeah. Cause your son, I believe, worked or interned or worked with him or still might work with him or something. Yeah.
So do me a favor. Honestly, if you're good to my family, I'm good to you.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's a good rule to live by, right?
I stay on the outside looking in. Who knows what the real story is? But he's been nothing but a gentleman to me. I know he's got problems, obviously, with Joey Gorga, and sometimes it puts me in a rough situation, because I am close friends with Joey Gorga, and my loyalties to Joe. But I try not to let it affect any of my relationship with Louis.
Because you'll actually text Joey Gorga probably on a weekly basis. You'll stay in touch with him.
I was on the phone today 4 times with Joe Gorga.
Well, please tell him I have the Gorga Guide to Success. I bought that book. I have the Gorga Guide to Success. And I was hoping that's the one person I didn't get to meet was Joey Gorga at BravoCon. But like when you go to those things, I mean, was it a high pressure? Like, was it nervous because they were all, I mean, were you nervous for them all being in the same room? Because that drink thing happened, of course, but I was nervous for you guys because I was like, are they going to keep you guys away from each other? And you're nice with everybody.
I never get nervous. My biggest complaint is, I told Dolores when me and her used to go to the parties together, Dolores, let me just fucking eat before you guys start. Okay. Because dude, I never got to eat. I never got to eat. I got to be up. I'm sitting there waiting for food. Next thing you know, that's yelling, screaming, fuck this, fuck that. Frank, let's go. So other than that, and I'm going to listen. This season, I try to stay the same way, neutral. Every once in a while, I get dragged into things a little bit here and there, but otherwise, I just try to stay neutral.
And finally, Frank, I've recently started with a trainer, and I've never lifted weights in my life, and it's really just horrible. How do you? I mean, it is just god awful. And you did this. I mean, what you put your body through, and I'm putting my body through this at this age. I'm lifting heaps. I'm doing deadlifts. I'm doing things that I never thought. No, not good. It's horrible. How do you get to enjoy that stuff, Frank?
How old are you?
43.
You're 40. God bless you, man. You're still a youngster. Are you kidding me? Do me a favor. If you do it right, you can continue to do it forever. I beat up my body back in the day because we used to, have the ego back, lift heavy. But dude, if you do it right, I'm going to tell you something. Keep doing it. Ryan, you feel just so much better. It releases the endorphins, and it is so true. You look in the mirror.
You feel better after. You feel better after immediately, but during, you are cursing I mean, at least I'm cursing everything that's known to man. But you would go in there. That's what I'm saying. Do you still have a regimen that you hit up every day?
I try. I'm not as consistent as I used to be. All right. And listen, at our age, even at your age, honestly, over 40.
Well, you're 46. I'm 43. We're similar ages.
I wish I was 46. You're the best, bro. Shit. I'm old enough to be your father, right? Listen, bro, the biggest thing at your age, and you can come back to me in the future when you do. All right. Hormone replacement. Don't forget it.
Wait, hormone replace. Wait, I got to get my knees replaced and I get hormone replacement?
Hormone replacement is your testosterone shots.
Oh, so you can get your hormone tested, right?
Well, what you do is you initially just get your levels tested, all right, and then you take a wait, hold on, you there? Hold on.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah.
Right. You take a requisite, basically a weekly injection of testosterone, bro, because our body doesn't produce it anymore. Once we get to a certain age, our testosterone levels are so much lower. And bro, you feel not only physically, mentally, you feel so much better.
Dude, I mean, listen, I'm a straight dude watching these shows. I need a testosterone shot already. Wait. That's the question. Sorry, last one. We've both been divorced. How is it hard for you when you get back into a new relationship like you are? Is there a part of you that like you almost sometimes don't trust yourself, where it's like, can I do this again? Can I really commit to somebody? And are you thinking about possibly making a more permanent commitment? I'm sorry to throw this at you at the last minute, but it's something that I think about all the time. Like, how do you commit after you've done it once and it didn't work out?
You're 100% right. I went through that for many, many years. And I'm finally at the point where no, I'm perfectly okay. I'm perfectly okay being monogamous. I didn't trust myself. And there was a point in time when Dolores and I got separated. All right. And she said to me, do me a favor, come home. We'll forget about everything you did. We'll forget about everything that happened. Okay. This was shortly after, the situation that happened. All right. And I didn't go home. I couldn't go home, Ryan, because quite honestly, I didn't trust myself not to do it again. And I didn't want to hurt her. All right. She was so important to me. And to see how she was hurt the first time, I couldn't do that to her again. All right. So.
But as you grow into things and as you grow older and wiser, you do learn what's important and you are able to, right?
Yeah. 100%. Don't ever think that temptation's not there. I wake up every morning to 20, 30 different.
I saw girls throwing themselves. My own assistant was like trying to like hook up with. No, I'm joking. But anyways, Frank Catania, I talked to you last year, really, literally on this day last year. Thank you. You really are one of my favorite people on Bravo. And I think you're a lot of people's favorite people on Bravo. So keep it up because you really do inspire us. I think you need your own radio show or something. Is there anything coming up for you that you're thinking about doing? Or like, I mean, I know you have an actual job and do all this stuff, but like anything else coming up that we should know about?
Yeah, I would say, but you may see a little bit on the show this year. We got involved heavily into the cannabis field in New Jersey since it's become recreational legal here now. So, all right. So, I'm consulting to many, many stores here on that. And bro, and just keep your eyes open because who knows? Maybe the guys might be doing something.
Okay. I hope you do something in Los Angeles so I can come see you. But you guys, Frank and Tanya, go follow him on Instagram. The new season premieres in February, and we are big fans. So we go support. Have a happy Thanksgiving, dude.
Hey, same to you, Ryan, and all your fans. Happy Thanksgiving to all of them and their families.